Welcome to day 6 of the South Downs Way. My legs are feeling good, well rested, my feet are feeling pretty reasonable actually. Going to try and get about 14 miles in today, and that'll get me to the other side of Alfriston. Last night slept reasonably well. Again, this campsite was on a little bit of a slope, a bit like the other one, and it rained quite heavily overnight. So I've tried to get as much water off the tent as I could this morning. It's all packed up in a dry bag, and then I'll just have to deal with it later. Having said that, we've got more rain due tonight and this afternoon. Lots to look forward to. Okay, so we're about 3 miles in this morning and it has been delightful. Savour the flat trails whilst you can is what I'm telling myself. I think it's the first day this week where when I've left my place of camp, I've actually had a flat start to the day. So it just means I can enjoy it. There's no particular effort, I can just power on. So I think we've done about 80 miles. 80 miles. It just doesn't seem real. It doesn't seem real that I've walked 80 miles. Cool is this? I'm now crossing from the Western Hemisphere into the Eastern Hemisphere on the South Downs Way. Good afternoon all. Time check, it is 12ish and I'm in Southease, the beautiful Southease church. As you can see, they've got a South Downs Way water supply, so that's good. I'm going to top up the bottles in a minute, and it's a great opportunity also for me to dry out my gear. So the tent, hope the church don't mind, is draped over the church wall in the sunshine, drying nicely. So really want to take advantage of the sunny weather that I've got before the rain comes later, so that I can actually sort of get into a fairly dryish tent. So and I've got a few other bits on the bench here drying as well. So I've done about 6 miles that have been good. A good 6 miles, flat, bit of downhill, but no sort of major challenges, which has been nice, really nice for a Thursday morning on the South Downs Way. Of course, the other thing that I've been doing, as well as hiking the South Downs Way, is filming the South Downs Way so that you can watch it now on YouTube. So those of you that are YouTubers will know what I'm talking about, but there is quite a lot of toing and froing and walking past cameras and going back to get cameras. The nature of the beast, I guess, but I reckon it's added a few miles. So I think by the time I finish this, I probably would have done well over 100. So yeah, I've actually racked up quite a lot of footage. My tent is about to blow over the wall, so I'm gonna go and get it. that weather was a little bit interesting. Had a bit of an impromptu hail shower that came sweeping in over the hills. I'm glad it didn't last too long and it passed. But anyway, I'm starting to dry out now, which is good news. I'm within touching distance of Alfriston and it is mile 90. Yes, 90 miles, 10 miles until the end. So that feels pretty good. So I'm going to head down to Alfriston, and then not far from there is another hiker called James, who I've met a few times here on the trail, and he's given me a ring and we're going to hook up and try and do a wild camp together tonight, because it's the last night on the trail for both of us before the final push over the Seven Sisters tomorrow. So I've just arrived in Alfriston and it's really strange sort of being back in a town where there are houses and people live, after spending many days and miles in the hills. I am seriously done in now. It's 7.5 hours of walking. Oh, my legs are aching, my feet are aching. On the other side of Alfriston, heading in the direction of Littleton, and then hiker James is in Littleton. So find him in a minute and drag ourselves through the mud, because it's a bit muddy, to the wild camping spot. Hey.
Hello.
Fancy seeing you here.
How's it going?
Sleep system.
All right.
So I didn't bring on this because it was too heavy.
How are you getting on with that? Okay, welcome back everyone. It's about 7 o'clock and you can see I am, there he is, joined by James, who, I think it was it the 20 mile point we met?
Yeah.
So we met at 20 miles, then I think we met at 70 miles. And what's interesting about the trail is that you do bump into people doing the same thing and you don't see them for ages, and then you bump into them, which is quite nice. And what's good about today is it's for both of us, it's our final day on the South Downs Way, so it's quite significant. Both aiming to...
Day before our final day.
Oh, it is the day before, isn't it? The penultimate day. And then so tomorrow it's the big climb up the Seven Sisters, and then the finishing line. So we're heading off to a potential spot that's been recommended, and there are other spots around here actually, and in fact it's got a lot more potential than other parts of the trail. It's about 15 happy days. How much is your weight?
I reckon with 1.5 litre of water, I reckon I'm hitting it.
Okay, so we're both all set up in our tents now, and we found some nice little woodlands. We had a bit of a walk around just to find a suitable spot, a flat spot, and we are settled into our camp in the woods. And it's dinner time, and we are both of us using up things that we've not had this week. So I have got a packet of crushed chicken noodles that have been a little bit crushed in my rucksack. I might try that. Never tried these before. Batchers, pasta and sauce. And then I've got loads of sachets. We were just talking, James and I, about the amount of sachets of hot chocolate and coffee we've not used. So really it's just a case of just sort of finishing things off, lightening the packs a little bit for tomorrow. Right, so it's about 10:30 and we're in our respective tents, both eaten, both sorted ourselves out and getting some well-earned sleep before the final leg of the South Downs Way tomorrow, which according to James, he's just done a bit of a check, it's 8.5 miles. So in theory, a shorter day, in theory, but we'll see what the Seven Sisters brings tomorrow. Night night. Well, good morning all. Welcome to day 7 of the South Downs Way. Wow, the final day. I've got kind of weird sort of mixed feelings about it. I'm sort of excited about reaching the end and the sense of achievement, but I'm also I'm feeling a bit slightly sad, I suppose, because it's the end of what's been an amazing experience, and a lot of memories have been created. But anyway, 8.5 miles to go. In theory, a straightforward day, but it is the Seven Sisters. And those of you that don't know the Seven Sisters, it's quite incredible scenery wise, but it's also very undulating. It's a series of very, very large hills over the limestone cliffs. But I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be brilliant. So I'm just arriving at Cookmere Haven, which I've been to before actually, and look at that, what a sight. And the weather is glorious. It was always forecast to be pretty sunny today and it hasn't disappointed. Clear blue skies, and that morning sunshine is just really bringing out so much colour in the landscape today. And if it stays like that, we are going to be in for some brilliant views up on those cliffs.
Do we have any of the extra sugar ones that go out?
Yes, I do.
Right, so we are good to go for the Seven Sisters. Before I do it, I want to give a bit of a shout out to the Salt Marsh Cafe down here at the Seven Sisters Visitor Centre. Basically their mains water has been cut off and they felt really bad for me because I couldn't refill my water bottles and it was my last opportunity. I had about 600 millilitres on me. But just as I walked out, the cafe manager, she just called after me and gave me a can of South Downs mineral water. Just little gestures like that. It's just things like that that have just made this kind of journey really special. I've met some very kind people, and I have heard other people talk about this. You know, when you're on the trail, you do experience these kind of sort of acts of kindness and generosity, and yeah, it just really struck me. first awe-inspiring view of the day. This is what it's all about, folks. It really is. And I understand now why people do the South Downs starting at Winchester, because you end with views like this. Absolutely beyond words, breathtaking, and it's just brought to life by just the spring weather that we're having at the moment, and the great sunshine that there is today. It's absolutely incredible. Is glorious, and we're into the final 2 miles now, so I guess this is around about mile 98, 97, 98. Just a couple of reflections as I finish off my first through hike. It has been absolutely amazing. I have to admit, when I came down on the train from London at the beginning of this, I was a bit nervous about whether I was able to complete this. What I have learned from this is that your body can do more than you think it can, and sometimes we just have to just kick ourselves up the butt and actually just move and get on and do things, and that's what I've done. And I'm not going to lie, I mean, it has been challenging. It's been physically challenging, it's been mentally challenging. There's been a couple of moments where I've thought, why on earth am I doing this? But for the majority of it, it's been incredible, and there's such great memories created. I just want to give a couple of shout outs. One is to Barry from Polar London and Russ from the Trail Hunter, and they will say, oh, it's nothing, but honestly, you two have just been so supportive of me, and just I've learnt loads from you guys as people that are experienced at doing this kind of thing, and I can't thank you enough. Just the support before I've done it, whilst I've been doing it, it's almost been like a sort of private support team in the in the background via Instagram. But yeah, Barry from Polar London, Russ from the Trail Hunter, you're great guys, and thank you. So I've just seen a bus go by on a nearby road that says Eastbourne sightseeing on it. So I'm really hoping that bus has just left Eastbourne, and Eastbourne's not far away. That in the yonder is Eastbourne. I can't tell you. Oh, look at it. The end is coming. Right, so we're just descending into Eastbourne now. I think this is it. I think we're coming to the end. 7 days, 8 hours of walking a day. Finally comes to a conclusion. The sun is shining. It's been amazing. Thank you everyone for watching and for supporting me on social media. It's really helped keep me going. Whoa, this is it. I can see the sign. I can see it. Oh, I can't tell you how amazing this feels. Mile 99 about to become mile 100. Need to try and make sure I don't fall down on the final few meters. I'm going to hit the sign. Probably 20 meters to go. There it is. Wow. Oh wow. I'm at the end, everyone. Oh, I can't believe it. What a journey. Finally at the end. Never thought it would happen.